Hello everyone, this is Group 1 and this is our presentation of emergency response. The group members are Isabella, Zoe and Brian. The community we chose is Vugula, also known as Beswick. Beswick locates on the north of Northern Territory. The distance between the closest city Catherine is 116 kilometers. Community Beswick is on the east bank of Waterhouse River, and State Road 24 runs through Beswick. This is the map of Beswick, and this is the satellite image of it. The people who live in this community is Bagala people. Bagala is the clan of the Javoin people. The population of Beswick is 531 by 2016. 95.7% is indigenous, and the male accounts for 46.4%, while female accounts for 53.6%. There are 3 facts about Javoin culture, which also Beswick culture. First, the dreaming is a key concept in their culture. Javoin people believe that everything is created during the time of the dreaming. Creative beings give the land its form and life, and they create landscape, plants, animals, the first people and languages, also laws and rules that people should obey. Second, Javoin people believe that everything in the world is assigned, a moiety, and it forms one of the most important principles within Javoin society. The moiety is Dua and Elijah, and all the things associated with them bring balance to the natural and cultural world. Through a traditional marriage system, a child's morality will be the same as his or her father and opposite to his or her mother. Simply, a Dua person should marry an Elijah person. And last, places are an important part of Javoin culture and show the long history of Javoin people, country, and life. Many elders who have been able to reconnect to their special sites. The sites have also played a vital role in educating younger Javoin people by elders and seeing more evidence of pride in history. And next, Isabella will introduce some information about nature disasters that strike Beswick.
Thanks, Brian. Hi, everyone. I'm Isabella. Let's start. Next part is emergency scenario, that is flood disaster. Under the influence of tropical monsoon climate, especially in the raining season, there are often torrential rains. The raining season begins in October and ends in next year, April. January is the peak season of the raining season, with an average of 13 days of rainfall in the month. This has resulted in frequent flooding during the raining season, which has caused great inconvenience to the lives of the indigenous people of this community. In March 2015, after a case study of rain, the river height is 8.3 meters, and the bridge on the Central Arnhem Highway, that's the only road leading to the town, forcing the road to be closed and the residents to be evacuated. Next part is impact of the flooding. The first impact is traffic problem. Access to indigenous communities in Beswick has been cut off, affecting the evacuation of residents and the delivery of supplies. The second problem is safety problem. Crocodiles warn that they can enter areas where people live during the raining season, especially when the water is more than 5 meters deep. Floods can also wash away snakes and a local species of highly enormous redback spider. They could be life-threatening to the community's inhabitants. The third problem is a hygiene issue. As well as snakes and submerged objects, there is also risk waterborne illness from flooded septic and the like. That's all on my part. Next, I'd like to invite the Zoe to introduce the organization and the government how to help these indigenous communities.
Hello everyone, my name is Zoe. Thank you to my partner Bella and Brian for that introduction. I will continue with the PowerPoint presentation. 30 houses in the tiny community of Baswick were inundated by flooded water after having wet season. Rain fell on the Easter long weekend, causing the Waterhouse River to rise significantly. Baswick were quickly cleaned up with the cooperation of the community, the government, and other organizations. David Welling for the Department of Chief Minister said that certain dwelling and story received various levels of inundated. However, the school and the clinic were not affected by flooding. The community has done a fantastic job of getting on with it and clean up mess for the flooded water quickly. The community and the government were united in the response and quickly recovered afterward. The Department of Housing has worked close with the Roof Golf and local residents to clean and check houses so people could get home quickly. At the same time, the 30 houses which were inundated lost power during the flooding and needed to be inspected for electrical safety before the power could be switched back on. All affected houses have now been cleaned, inspected, and recollected to essential service. The local story were back up and running within 24 hours. Clinic service were temporarily relocated, while power to the clinic building were disconnected but have since resumed as normal. When the flood comes, the North District Emergency Service Department issued an emergency notice to remind residents. Firstly, stand away for flooded streams, streams, and waterways. Secondly, avoid travel into water of unknown depths and current. In addition, stop children playing or near the flooded water. Create your own sandbag if there is flooding by use pillowcase and shopping bag filled with sand and place them around the doorway to protect your home. Finally, be careful of fallen power lines. They are dangerous and should always be treated as lead. The picture shows Baswick and residents near the river being placed in temporary shelters by government agency. First picture, animal protection organizations have also contributed to the rescue of some family pets. Next picture, Children get food and help in emergency shelters. Staff and teachers at the local school did an outstanding job managing the evacuation shelter, which was set up at the school. Staff minimized lost education time caused by school closure. Thank you for listening to us.